we're going to be discussing one of the most uncommon forms of real estate. And it's no surprise that real estate is one of the most common ways people have gotten rich. You might know someone, or even your family or yourself might have rental properties or Airbnbs or some sort of way to make passive income in real estate. But there is one niche that is severely untapped, and I personally think that it is the most effective way to make money right now in 2025. So with that being said, there are 3 big reasons why I think that you should start land flipping. Starting off with number 1, land flipping has very little competition, if any at all. Right? And it really speaks for itself, because when you go on YouTube and you type in land flipping, you're going to see videos with maybe a couple thousand views at the most. And that is one of the best signs that you can see when starting to do something, is that other people aren't already doing it. That means it is not a saturated niche, and it also means that you're going to have less competition and you'll have more deals for yourself. And on top of that, you guys have probably had friends, or maybe yourself, you have tried doing like flipping shoes or maybe flipping cars. But land, it takes us to a whole nother level, because your margin is so good and you can actually get deals very frequently. And the thing about flipping land is that I promise about 99% of you have probably no idea what I'm talking about, because it's so uncommon. But this is just an untapped niche that no one's really discovered yet, so it really gives you an edge if you start today. And on top of that, there's so many benefits that come from flipping land that you may have not even thought of. So that really leads me into number 2, which is the convenience that it provides. You get to work from home, or really anywhere you want to. Generally, I work from home. But if you like going and sitting at a coffee shop while you do your phone number scraping, or while you're finding new areas or writing mail, that is certainly an option. And honestly, you don't even have to be in the country, right? I wanted to tell a little story, because Francis and I had recently gone to the Philippines 2 years ago, and we thought it was probably going to be a one-time thing, primarily because soon after we had started working in the trades as plumbers. When we had gone the first time, I was on summer vacation in college and he was doing SMMA, so he was working online. And we had thought it would be very hard to ever go back again, considering we both started plumbing and we were the only 2 technicians at our company at the time. Now, since we had got successful enough to be able to quit our plumbing jobs, we had noticed that we can really go back anytime that we want, because I don't necessarily have to even be in the United States to get work done. I'm not saying you can just completely live out of the country or anything like that, but if you want to go take a month off, you can definitely do that. You know, if you go buy a property, you know, you use your resources, you have neighbors take pictures for you, you still list everything on Facebook Marketplace like normal, you respond to text messages, you take calls when necessary. When time zones line up, you can even cold call or write mail if you want to. And that applies to going to a different state. Maybe you need to stay at a state for, you know, a couple weeks or a month, and in general you'd have to get time off, you know, and get it approved to be able to do that. But with land, you are your own boss. You can take breaks whenever you want to. You can be out of the state where you primarily do business in. Like Francis and I, for example, we are in Nevada. Nevada is not generally the best state to flip land, and we do it anyway, even though we don't live in the other states that we do business in. So from a convenience perspective, it is a super chill job. Now, it's not completely online. There is going to be instances where you want to go probably visit your property in person, but it allows so much flexibility that for the average person, it's more than enough to satisfy someone who just wants a little bit more freedom. And on top of that, when we do go back to the Philippines, our passive income essentially pays for the entire trip for the whole month while we're there. And that really brings me into my 3rd point, which is income. Now, there's several different ways that you can choose to operate your land business. So the first one is pretty much cash only. Now, this is super effective because your margin on most of your properties is going to be somewhere in the 3 to 5x range. And so you can grow a cash position very quickly just by doing quick flips. But Francis and I decided to take another approach. We really like the passive income aspect of the land game, in the sense that we get to charge good interest rates and charge above market price while getting these monthly payments. So that way we kind of have money coming in no matter what happens. So for example, we just actually closed a deal this week. It's a property we had spent a total of about $2,600 on it, and now the entire contract is worth about $17,000, and we're getting about $2,000 down, and the rest of the contract is just going to be paid out. I think it's about $340 per month for the next 4 years. So yeah, now we have that money coming in. We don't have to worry about maintaining the property, fixing something if something breaks like a traditional home, because it's just pretty much dirt and trees, and essentially the new owner can just do whatever he wants with it. Now, I would say if you offer seller financing, probably 80% of your deals are going to be seller financing, just because it opens your buyer pool so much, and it's something that I would really recommend. But at the same time, it's totally optional. It's not everyone's style. And if you offer seller financing, always keep in mind that you can sell that monthly note in the future. There are a lot of people that run businesses just buying seller financing contracts, so you can still always get money up front anyway. And I mean, with that being said, guys, just a quick few points on why you should really consider starting flipping land in 2025. As it's such an effective business model, land is never going anywhere. People are always going to want a plot of land to park their RV on, and it offers the convenience that so many people desire today. So again, guys, it has been Levi, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day, and peace out.